gonna reach into the neighborhoods, we're gonna reach into the barrio, we're gonna reach everywhere.
The story's out there.
Islam, one of the fastest growing religions in America, 1,209 mosques.
No 30-second sound bites.
Like all other faith traditions, America means home to 7 million Muslims.
Michigan,
Chicago,
Houston,
Washington, D.C.,
Uncut, the whole thing.
Detroit,
Iowa,
Virginia,
Montana,
San Francisco,
Tennessee,
New York City, Los Angeles, Las Vegas,
Boston.
Experience the independent voices of American Muslims. Muslims America. The United States of America, one of the most diverse locations on this earth. Here you'll find people from all walks of life, culture, faith, race and tradition, all coexisting together as one society. Like there are many Christians, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists and followers of many other faith traditions living in the US, there are also many Muslims. In fact, according to the Council on American-Islamic Relations, 7 million of them. My quest is to find these American Muslims and try to understand what makes them an integral part of America. So here I am, walking outside the Adams Center, all Dulles area Muslim society, trying to find a perfect candidate for my story. Someone who calls this country Muslims America. The local imam here talks about a public diplomat, a magazine columnist, a human rights attorney, and a co-host at a local radio show on National Public Radio. So is it possible that one man can be all of the above? It'll never hurt to try and find out, so here we go.
Against Senator Barack Obama, not a surprise to anyone.
Besides being a radio co-host for NPR National Public Radio, a human rights attorney, and a magazine columnist, this American Muslim is also the contributing editor for Islamica magazine. But Arsalan Iftikhar is talking about something totally different. He's talking about Islamic pacifism. That's correct. Islamic pacifism is what I said.
I think that's one of the major...
He says he's trying to bring a new twist to pacifism by using the power of logic as a tool for persuasion.
Barack has now received a majority of
And his admirers like to call him one of the first official Muslim pacifists. Born and raised in Chicago and having extensive roots in Pakistan, Arsalan is the grandson of Pakistan's most prolific and intellectual writers and thought giants of all time, Mr. Ashfaq Ahmad.
Gandhi once said that I have nothing new to teach the world. Truth and nonviolence are as old as the hills. And as you said, from the traditions of all the prophets like Abraham and Moses and Jesus and Muhammad, this concept of love thy God and love thy neighbor has been around since the beginning of time. So let it be made very, very clear that I'm bringing nothing new to the world. If Gandhi had nothing new to teach the world, then my life is simply one single teardrop on a massive fire. But I believe that if we all collectively, as a human community of 6 billion people, if we had 6 billion collective teardrops on a massive fire, it would obliterate any earthly trace of this sinister racist fire called racism and war that we see today. When we look at our American foreign policy, especially in the Islamic world, there is a great deal of frustration.
But the question is, who is Arsalan Iftikhar?
Arsalan Iftikhar is an American Muslim human rights lawyer, magazine columnist, and public diplomat trying to help bridge the divide between the Muslim world and the Western world.
What is that divide, and how do you address that?
Obviously, the tragic terrorist attacks of 9/11 have really sort of taken our world, our global community, into a crossroads as to whether we are going to go down the path of a clash of civilizations, or are we going to go down a path of peaceful coexistence. And my dedication in life, my purpose in life, is to ensure that we as a global community, as a human race, go down the path of peaceful coexistence.
And by peaceful coexistence, Arsalan exactly means what he says. For more than 4 years, Arsalan was the National Legal Director for the Council on American-Islamic Relations, CAIR. He's also been a freelance opinion writer for over 15 daily newspapers, and his columns have appeared in major newspapers across the USA. Like USA Today, Houston Chronicle, Detroit Free Press, The Providence Journal, San Diego Union Tribune, St. Louis Post-Dispatch, Kansas City Star, Miami Herald, and many, many more.
How was your experience with CAIR? Because every time we talk about CAIR, people take a back seat. How was your experience with them?
Well, I was the first National Legal Director for the Council on American-Islamic Relations, CAIR, which is the largest American Muslim civil rights group in the United States of America. And like most civil rights groups in America, like the NAACP, which is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, all of these civil rights organizations at one point or another were deemed controversial because they challenged government policies at the time that these civil rights organizations were coming about. And so in the post-9/11 era, especially right after post-9/11, when we saw a great deal of Islamophobia, we saw hate crimes, we saw selective prosecution of American Muslims, many Americans were very wary to challenge the government position on Iraq, on Guantanamo Bay, on Abu Ghraib, on NSA wiretapping. And for the civil rights community in America, not just Muslims, but the ACLU, the NAACP, other organizations of minority groups in America really banded together to help ensure that the civil rights legacy of America was going to be protected and honored.
Allahu Akbar.
There are no Muslims on earth who would say that Islam is being accurately depicted globally.